Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about a book which is another one from the 60s espionage or spy genre, which I've enjoyed ever since then. I bought it when it first came out. It's called the Quiller Memorandum, and it was originally called the Berlin Memorandum because it's set in Berlin, as were quite a few of the books from the spy genre at the time. For example, Funeral in Berlin and The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. And the reason being was that Berlin was the center of Cold War espionage. You had the various sectors, the British, American, French, and Soviet sectors of this, which divided the city up, and the whole city of Berlin was then surrounded completely by East Germany. So to get there, you had to travel through East Germany through the checkpoints, and there were a series of checkpoints within the city um, between the Allied and the Soviet sectors. Checkpoint Charlie at Friedrichstrasse being the most famous, and there was also the Glienicke Bridge near Potsdam, where they used to do the spy swaps. Anyway, there's a lot of history in Berlin, both from World War II and the Cold War. This book concerns a British secret agent, Quiller, who is faced with defeating a neo-Nazi organization in Berlin rather than a Soviet espionage organization. So it's a bit of a different book. The interesting thing about Quiller, his background is that during World War II, he infiltrated the SS, posing as an SS soldier in the concentration camps or the death camps, in fact, Auschwitz, and with the purpose of helping the inmates, particularly the Jews, to escape. So obviously he's fluent in German and can operate as a German. And the other thing about Quiller, in contrast to James Bond's 007 License to Kill, that Quiller's code name has the 9 suffix, which is reliable under torture, which is rather interesting. There's a whole series of books later on. The next one in the series was set in Thailand, and then there was Warsaw and so on, and some really, really good stories over the years. It was written by Adam Hall, which was the pen name of Elliston Trevor, which in itself was a pen name, but he actually adopted it as his real name. And as Elliston Trevor, he wrote a very famous book, The Flight of the Phoenix, which was made into 2 movies. So he's quite prolific. Quiller Memorandum was itself filmed. You can see it there. And it was a really good film. Great locations in the 1960s Berlin. And they cast George Segal as Quiller, which he's an American, so didn't follow the book. Alec Guinness has another main role, but I don't think they got the best out of Alec Guinness in this particular movie. If you contrast him or contrast it with his work as Smiley in the subsequent Jean Le Carré TV series, a completely different type of performance. The standout performance in the movie was Max von Sydow, who plays the Nazi villain October. Obviously, he went on to have a tremendous career in quite a few other spy films as well. All in all, I really recommend both the book and the film. It's one of my favourite films of that time. It still stands the test of time, and the book as well is really worth it. It's very, very well written, some really good turn of phrases in it. He describes Berlin, for example, as a capital of a sometime hell on earth and things like that. Really good phrases. So recommend it.